It would be great to get Edouard back as well, because you need more than one centre forward. You need that competition that JP provided, pardon me, from Mateta when he was the number one choice.
How impressed have you been with JP recently?
Very good, yeah. Yeah, I've been impressed with him. I think he's been very good.
And in terms of Jordan Ayew as well, I think this will be his last game in Brentford before he goes off to AFCON. How much of a miss are he going to be? Is the squad still enough?
Well, we'll see. I mean, luckily at the moment we do have players. We have players we're quite interested in seeing as well. You know, Jeff Schlupp's not playing at the moment. Will Hughes isn't playing. Frank is not playing, and Ahamad is not playing. So it's not as if we don't have anybody. We'll have to find somebody else. And obviously, Jordan Ayew is a player who's been very good for the club for a long period of time now, but he could have been injured. So he's not injured. He's going to Africa instead. It's one of those things where we'll imagine he's injured and replace him as an injured player, not someone who's miles away playing football in Africa.
Well, one of the real positives in the last few weeks has been Michael Olise and his form. Just what can he bring you for, say, the second half of the season? Because when he's on song, he contributes so much. He lifts the team, doesn't he?
Yes, I mean, we missed him for those months. He's been a miss, and the same really applies with Eze, because I mean he's not played many matches for us either, and they play very few games together. So we have two very good quality players there that we think will make life better for us. We think some of the others are improving all the time, learning the positions. It's a bit of a deja vu situation for me at the moment, because after the games I find it hard to really accept too much criticism of the team's performances. But on the other hand, I'm talking to people whose judgment has to be from the result backwards, and the results have been poor. So until such times we can get some better results, I would have to accept that. But as I think I just said, I would be more concerned if the team was playing badly, and more concerned if we didn't have the Olises and the Eberechiezes to come back and help us out of this situation.
Roy, with those two back, you expect the second half of the season for the team to score quite a few more goals, because that's been an issue the first half of the season, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, yeah. Well, we hope so.
You look as though you've got goals in you.
With Edouard coming back as well, so I think we've got goals in us, so I really do. But time will tell. I mean, of course, the sort of answer to those questions really is open to debate. Some people will say they don't see us scoring many goals with the way we play or the players we got on the field. Others will say we do. I'm in that latter category. I think there's goals in the team. I think we will score goals when everybody is fit and on song. And let's be fair, there is a gap in the Premier League. You know, there is a difference between the Man Cities and the Liverpools and the Chelseas and the Brightons, really. They are the ones who are supposed to be up there in Europe. We still live in a situation at the club where avoiding relegation has got to be a main concern. I think we can do better than that, but it is a different level, if you like. And I think to go out like we've done in the last 4 games and give such a good account of ourselves against top opponents, that should give me heart.
Okay, Gary from Sky.
Well, as an additional Brentford preview question, they're a team who go through a few difficulties results-wise at the moment, another heavy defeat tonight. What do you make of them?
No, I like Brentford. I think they're good. Answering questions about matches as a Premier League manager is a very boring thing to do, really, because you know, it's very difficult to say, well, they're not good Brentford. We beat them. Don't believe in them. They're not a good side. They haven't got any good players. We'll beat them, because that's not true. But then they keep saying they're a good side, Brentford, got some good players. They'll be hard to beat. That must be boring as well. So unfortunately, it's one of those cleft stick questions that I don't really know how to answer. More and more, I'm finding I don't know how to answer your questions.
Alex from PLP.
Hi, right. Just how important is it to try and end the year high at Stella Heart as well? Home fans want it.
I'm afraid I've only got a one-word answer for that, and that's yes, it's important.
What do you want from the atmosphere? What are you asking for the Crystal Palace fans?
Well, the same as the Crystal Palace fans always give the team, so I don't think I need to ask for anything more than that. Their support's been very good. The game against Brighton was electric. Unfortunately, the better half was the first one, if we could have left the field with that first half performance, I think the crowd would have been ecstatic and happy enough with the result. But the crowd will get behind the team, I'm sure. They know how important it is for us now that we've got to start picking up some points from somewhere. So I know.
Hi, Roy. In relation to the result there tonight, your team showed a great grit and admiration coming from a goal behind. You stayed in that game for long patches, even though Everton had a lot of possession, a lot of chances, and you really dug out a result there tonight.
I don't agree with that, unfortunately. Yes, we came back from 1-0, but I thought we had every bit as much possession as Everton had. That's the way I saw it from the touchline. And I thought we had every bit as many goal chances and opportunities as they had. So I'm afraid that I can't agree with your observation. However, I am pleased after going a goal down that we got back into the game, and I'm grateful for our goalkeeper to make a few very good saves in the game. But strange enough, those chances came very haphazardly. They didn't come because we were being cut apart by Everton, or they were finding their way through our defence easily. It came often through relatively random situations, but it often fell quite kindly, and our keeper had to make good saves. But otherwise, I thought we were every bit as good during the body of the game as Everton were.
And I suppose, Roy, in terms of the end of the season now, in terms of your goals, is it really to push on and try and finish in the top 10 for the end of the season, or is the first marker to get past that 40 points?
Well, I'm not so certain now, Jim. You're going to need 40 points, if I'm to be brutally honest. I think it's going to be very hard for both Fulham and Newcastle to get to 38 points even. It's going to be a tough ask. I wouldn't like to be in their position looking to get to 38 points, if I'm to be honest with you. But yes, it would be nice to get a few more and get over the 40 mark so that we can really say we've achieved our major goal for the season, which is to keep Crystal Palace in the Premier League. And if we play as well as we've done this evening and look as dangerous going forward as we did this evening, I'm rather hoping that despite a tough programme, we'll be able to get more points on the board, and as you rightly say, maybe get ourselves into the top half of the table. That would be very nice. But the major goal, of course, has got to be salvation. That's always going to be the major goal for teams like ourselves.
I suppose lastly for me, Roy, in terms of, you mentioned your goalkeeper and he was awarded man of the match there tonight. He had a heroic sort of display as well. And I suppose that must give confidence to defence in a team when you know you have an inspired keeper on a night like tonight. Yes,
he was very good tonight. He got called into action. He didn't get called into action that many times, strange enough, but the times he did get called into action, he was forced to make very good saves. But we know that he can do that. We appreciate very much what he does for us and his talent. And so it's nice that today he's got the recognition that we've always given him, because we know how good he is.